Hi all, this is Nazima from Lit Lines. This day's topic is intensive and extensive reading. This topic is from types of reading. We have already seen the meaning and definition of reading in the previous video. Kindly refer the description for those details. Here to comprehend, I have given 25 differences between intensive and extensive reading. Let us get into the topic. Differences between intensive and extensive reading. Number 1. Meaning. Intensive reading is when we closely examine text for literary or linguistic purposes. Extensive reading is reading normally for pleasure when we are immersed in a book. Number 2. Definition. Intensive reading is a reading in detail with specific learning aims and tasks. Extensive reading is a rapid reading for large quantities of material or longer reading for general understanding. Number 3. Nature. Intensive reading is comprehensive and extensive reading is supplementary. Number 4. Process. Intensive reading is bottom-up processing like magnifying glass. Extensive reading is top-down processing like eagle's eye view. Number 5. Purpose. Intensive reading is reading for information. Extensive reading is reading for pleasure. Number 6. Choice or selection. Intensive reading is topic given by the teacher. Extensive reading is the topic students enjoy. Number 7. Example. Example for intensive reading is reading of textbooks. Example for extensive reading is reading of novels, magazines, newspaper, etc. Number 8. Materials. For intensive reading, same material for a whole class. For extensive reading, different material based on learner's interest. Number 9. Size of text. Intensive reading short text, extensive reading long text. Number 10. Difficulty level. Intensive reading difficult text, extensive reading easy text. Number 11. Speed. Intensive reading very slow, extensive reading fast and even pace. Number 12. Attention. For intensive reading need more attention. For extensive reading no need much attention. 13. Understanding. It is 100% understanding in intensive reading. It is overall understanding in extensive reading. Number 14. Members. Intensive reading is individual reading. Extensive reading is multiple reading. Number 15. Quantity of reading. In intensive reading, reading is limited. In extensive reading, reading is lot. Number 16. Memory. All the information read in intensive reading is stored and recalled for long period. In extensive reading, it depends upon the topic. Number 17. Read in this direction. While we do intensive reading, we have to read word by word. We read extensively, we have to read fluently. Number 18. Vocabulary. In intensive reading, students are asked to find difficult words in the text using dictionaries. While we do extensive reading, we have to ignore or guess unknown words. Number 19. Familiarity. Intensive reading needs background knowledge. Extensive reading depends upon interest and culture. Number 20. Interrelated techniques. When we read intensively, mostly we use the technique scanning. We read extensively, mostly we use the technique skimming. 21. Mode of reading. We read orally or loudly in intensive reading. We read silently in extensive reading. 22. Method of reading. Intensive reading, teaching the alphabet, sounds and letters. Teacher reading aloud, students follow along. Focus on pronunciation and punctuation. Having students read aloud. Read in a group, students hear own voice and reading smoothly with intonation and punctuation. Extensive reading. Read more to comprehend more. We read approximately 2 words per minute. Number 23. Place and time. Intensive reading is the reading done during the course, that is inside the class. Extensive reading is the reading out of the course, that is outside of the class, mostly on library or home. Number 24. Role of the teacher. Role of the teacher in intensive reading is assigning reading, organizer, observer, feedback giver and prompter. Role of a teacher in extensive reading is teaching reading, promoter, teacher persuades students, organizer, teacher monitors students' reading. Number 25. Verification. The matters read intensively is checked by specific questions. Matter read extensively checked by reports and summaries. That's all about intensive and extensive reading. Read more to lead more. I hope that you have understood. Thank you from Lit.